Okay, so I'm continuing Elder Scrolls Online. There seems to be new event, Explorers Celebration, going on. Let's take it. So it's actually this event, Explorers Celebration. You can gain rewards by exploring various zones of Tamriel. Increase resource yield from harvest nodes, earn 100 experience points. And okay, then there are daily rewards. So it seems we get fortified meal. And next time we arrived to the mages, or actually bank. So I check still. Let's check the destination. And yeah, at the moment we are a bank at Leyawiin. And what we have. See, so we have our level 4 Templar. And let's check what books there are. The Sylvanar folk eyes open across Valenfoot. His heart from its primal aspect was empty pit. From the fire gave Bosmer, and like any other, her eyes were of fire, hair of wind and rain. And all who gazed upon her squeaked in fear, all except the Sylvanar. Though she bared her fangs, he didn't shy away. Though she sought to lose him in the underbrush, the vines parted for him to follow. She crowded, filled with confused desires, wishing both to stay and to live. In a bright clearing, she faced the Sylvanar and ripped at him with claws and teeth. Though he fended off her blows, still his blood soaked in the grass and flowers wept. Her rage spent, the Green Lady finally stepped back and addressed the Sylvanar. Why do you follow me? You are not one of us. She spat open the ground. Her fist still clenched, stained with his blood. But I am with you, the Sylvanar said quietly. Come, let me open your eyes to the green singing. Curious, the Green Lady came to the Sylvanar. Long did they stare unspeaking until they formed the union. The forests surrounded as spirit body became one. It is thought she saw the dance of front and leave and learned the face and violence of Valenfoot. His emptiness filled her passion and her nameless longing wanted. Their union both tamed the wild and invigorated the greenery. Soldier Archon, I have read this one. Leovic's Great Spirit Proclamation, official imperial decree. All subjects of empire heed these words, whereas the ancient wisdom of Longhouse is critical to the welfare of body politic, and whereas tolerance for diverse religious practice is essential to maintaining provincial peace, and whereas our empire reveres the virtues of strength and abhors the vices of submission. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Emperor Leovic, first of that name, heir of the Black Drake and anointed Sea of Longhouse, do hereby endorse and proclaim the ancient spirits of reach known by the populace as Daedra. as guardians and guarantors of imperial rule. Any law or custom banning the worship of such spirit is hereby revoked. Any subject of the Ruby Throne who seeks to interfere with the rites, rituals, or devotional adoring such spirit shall be named foe of the throne, subject to all punishment due to traitors, malcontent, and other enemies of the state. Let a joyful era of spiritual renewal wash over the lands of Garding and beyond, and let us find new strength in the words and boons of our honored princes. In witness whereof I, here Julian, set my hand and heart the cause, and the seal of the empire to be herein affixed. Glory to the long house, glory to the empire, glory to the princes.
Looking to lighten your load? Coin, belongings, dry goods, we store it all.
I just check situation. Okay, I have 90. So, okay, I have a lot of space. No problem. What about this cell? Now I just not realize that even bank has books. 1. Bring plenty of liquids. You drink even more than you think cause it hot as fire out there. 2. Air hot or you get dizzy again and fall down like you're drunk. 3. Don't tease the two drippers. They're really fast. 4. Don't leave your kebabs on the ground, even on a clean flat rock called ants. A jacket won't play fetch. Tribes of Blackwood, Riverbacks. I disabuse you of any notion. Let it be this: not all Argonians look or behave the same. People beyond the borders of Blackmars often assume that Argonian physiology is locked, with only subtle variations existing between tribes. While it is true that most Argonians seem to share a basic morphological pattern, variations both great and small still exist. The Sarpa Nagas have slit and Patru are just few examples. From what I can ascertain, these differences correspond with habitats surrounding each tribe's hist. Most Nahis elders contend that the hist provides the right skins at the right time. If that is true, the Riverback tribe's hist did an excellent job. My guide names the Orchid took me deep in the swamp to meet a little-known tribe called the Nagades or Riverbacks. Few Imperials went as far enough into Black Mars to meet the people of the river, and Nagades see little benefit in traveling beyond the boundaries of the hist fruits. For that reason, most perceive them as a secretive and mysterious tribe. This misconception is made all the more amusing by the Riverbacks' boundless hospitality. We approached the Riverbacks territory via ferry boats. Our expedition encountered tribal sentries almost immediately. They floated to the surface of water like turtles or crocodiles. I was struck by the wildness of their faces, the largeness of their eyes, and the broad webs adorning their forearms and throats. They clearly provided the right skin for the locale. Riverback territory is more water than land, and round Mars navigable by small rafts, canoes, and little else. Names the orchids greeted with a series of low croaks. They cheerfully repeated the sound before lifting themselves onto our boat. Neither of the sentries seemed familiar with the Garding, so our guide had to interpret. She told us that the Riverbacks demanded tribute in the form of a riddle before they would grant passage. I detected no threat behind the demand. It seemed like more an invitation than an order. I have no talent for wordplay, but I shared a children's riddle about Dorknoms that practically every Imperial knows. Every Imperial knows. As soon as names the orchid translated it, the two sentries clapped their hands. One of them pressed his forehead to mine, croaked twice, then both vanished into water as suddenly as they appeared. We spent 4 days among the Riverbacks, all but one of them on rafts fishing. Riverback fishing resembles traditional fishing in name only. Rather than hook and line, nowadays use large river fish called oshaye cars. Each oshaye is secured by a strange harness and bridle. When the Argonians find an abundant fishing spot, they release the predatory cars and let them snatch up the fish. As soon as Oshaye bites a fish, the Argonians pull their pets to the side of boat and claim the fish for themselves. I asked the orchids how it works. Apparently, the bridle prevents the car from swallowing. She assured me that those Oshaye's are well cared for, though, until they grow too old, of course. Very often they are too eaten. Our time with the riverbanks was not without frustration. All of the Argonians I have met the nowadays were by the far least curious. Other than riddles, they had no appetite for anything we brought. They refused our food, took no particular interest in our tales, and didn't even ask our names. The citizen treaties combined with the boundless hospitality made most of the expedition uncomfortable. Names the orchids sided us for thinking kindness demands retribution. As always, even the small disappointment teach us a valuable lesson. Zenithar, kneel before hollowed anvil, be your child's warrior's flame. Reap the bounty of honest oil to general love proclaim. Zenithar, my lord of labor, I pray my hands are colors blessed to thine anvil's with cloth drip, as did for heartbeats in my chest. Zenithar, my god of wealth, fill my coffer with unearned gold, the fruit of honest industry, oath fulfilled and good fare sold. Zenithar, my father of rest, grant my back its well-earned peace. When day grows dim and coals burn low, let first peace late and laborers cease. It seems that there are a lot of library books. How Hackwing Got Her Tail, a traditional Argonian children's tale recorded by Julenkis. One day Hackwing was busy soaring through the air when she heard a voice from the ground call up to her. You are pretty good at that, Bobdog said, his beady eyes tracking her across the sky. But how fast are you on the ground? Hackwing drove the Bobdog's head and giggled as he ducked. I'm as fast I need to be. I bet I'm faster than you, Bobdog challenged. Hackwing spun in the air and landed lightly on the rock just beyond the Bobdog's grasp. What do you suggest? A race. If you win, I won't hunt your kind again. And if I don't, Hackwing asked, knowing better than to trust Bobdog. If I win, Bobdog barked, I get to eat you. Hackwing thought about terms of the race. They were too good to pass up. Bobdog had been hunting her family for too long, and now she had a chance to stop him. Hackwing nodded. We will race to that boulder there in the distance. The first one to reach it wins the race. Bobdog nodded. Before we start, you must stand next to me. Otherwise one of us will have an unfair advantage. Hackwing, forgetting not to trust Bobdog, did as she asked and climbed down from her rocky perch. In a flash, Bobdog toothy muzzle snapped at her, but Hackwing was too fast. She took her to the sky so quickly that Bobdog's bite missed her middle and snapped close on her short tail. Hackwing pulled, her wings flapping as fast as they could. She pulled and flapped and stretched until she reached the border. I won, she grinned. Let go of my tail. I've won and you can't eat me. Reluctantly, Bogdok let go of Hawking's tail, which had been stretched so far that it was much longer than the stub it had been. Now Hawkwing keep their tails long to honor their quick ancestor and remind Bogdogs to keep their promise. Okay, you cannot jump. The size Tamriel Bestiary. By saying out clever, no haha. A for Alit two-legged lizard, with enough underbite to swallow a wizard. B for Painkin, a mean Drytrick minion, whose masters are found on the plains of Oblivion. C for Scaurus, big bug of the snowlands. Don't try to pet or he'll snip off your hands. D for Dune Ripper, of recess so deep, I'll jump off your legs from below as you sleep. E for Eagle, so loved by the elves, a blaster is it meets all over themselves. F is for Faded Fred, haunting the tomb, lurking in dark to deliver your doom. G for Giant, or Skyrim, I've heard, he keeps woolly mammoth and tends to join his herd. H for Horror, huge stick of the food that eagles catch you and drain all your blood. I for Imp, obnoxious beast, who'll fry you with spells for the sake of jest. J for Jackal, who haunts Bangarai, with mouth at the right height to nip out her eye. K for Kwama, in Morrowind found, they live in back tunnels far beneath the ground. L for Llama, snakehag of the wild, who hopes he might corner a lost little child. M is for Markrab, islands ubiquitous, and N nasty ugly, iniquitous. N is for Nixhounds, back hunting box, alchemists render their flesh to make drugs. O is for Ogre, whose wits are quite dim, but if one should catch you, your proxies are grim. P is for Pigs, relatives of boars, the tooth elves will ride instead of horse. R is for Raven, Dark Doctor's totem, I hear her then talk, and then you can quote them. S is for Spriggan, root, bark and toe, it hides in that thicket, it's watching you now. T is for Thunderbug, wall-sucking beetle, its pincers will get you, or its serrated feetle. U is for Undead, necromancy slave, apocalypse come when they rise from their graves. V is for Vampire, ready to drill ya, cause she got case, parabolic impelia. W is for Wisp, evil glow ball that beckons, don't follow, you'll be seen no more, I reckons. X is for Xvilla, Daedric assassin, who'll pop your head on a whim as she's passing. Y is your Kudan, war horse, the warbear, knights mounted thrice, and he goes off to forbear. G is for zombies, you knew they would last. Run, don't be walking, if you are quite fast. Okay, that was for alphabets. Okay, now it's time to go on. Happily requires restoration stuff. Uh-huh. I need to check my Inferno stuff. Okay, I try restoration stuff. Okay, on the square at the moment there is grand healing. Triangle is sunfire. Circle is generation. Solar flare. So okay, here is healing. Attack. Healing. Okay, it's a banking house. Again, books.
There's never enough time in the day for everything you need to get done.
Ah, here is something. What is here? Which guild is for you? Started guild listings. Which guild is for you? Calling all adventurers, elsewhere, spell-slingers and scoundrels. Do you find yourself in Indora adventuring companions? Do you long for the kind of camaraderie that daring exploits make possible? Perhaps it's time you joined a guild. To explore the current listings, speak to Guild Herald Amsa. Oh, sorry. So, okay, now there is one quest. Talk to. Looks like that it goes somewhere. Sally Ford goods.
Leyawiin seems safe enough, sure, but the wilds of Blackwood, about as safe as the inside of a crocodile's mouth. You'll need what I carry.
Okay, here I can sell some of those things that I don't need. But okay, not. Okay, there is buyback options, repair. Maybe I repair this one. Buy options. Okay, there are different health potions. And maybe I buy a couple of lockpicks. You never know when you need them. Okay, I cannot go to the upper stairs.
In Gideon, we would serve these rats for morning meal. Here in Leyawiin, we waste more than we eat.
This looks very special. Tales of Black Mars. It all close. Tales of Black Mars. The oppressive heat presses over me, drowning me. The warmth is full blanket being stuffed down my throat and falling in my lungs. I have never felt such heat. There is a wetness to it that makes it tangible, as if I could reach out and wring the air around my wrist. How do they stand this place? Theodorus of speech. In the moonlight, I can see her sweat-soaked tunic and her hair sticking to her for her neck. I assume she's talking about the Argonians that call this place home. I don't have an answer. My words will melt in my mouth if I try to speak. A sharp pain pierces my arm at this point. I don't even have the energy to cry out. I sweat at the fleshly and my fingers come away wet as blood rises to the surface of my felty skin. The pain is a dull roar compared to the fire burning my leg. We have been walking for hours. We should have found the road before the sunset, but there is no denying it now. We are well and truly lost. We are walking in circles, Theo says. My boots are sudden. I want to tell her that soggy boots are the least of our problems, but I think better of it. I don't want to frighten her. I'm forming something to say comfort her instead when I hear the low, throaty beat of drum. It reverberates just once through the squalor. The sound squelches through the muck with an ominous echo. For a moment I fear I've gone mad, and that the sound was my own heartbeat giving a poignant bang in my inside ears. But Theo picks her head up. What was that? There's an edge of fear to her voice now. It sounded like a drum, I say unhelpfully. I peer out in the moon-dusted shadows of Black Mars, my heart in my throat. I see no movement, no inky black figures in the night, no eyes gleaming in the dark. The silence is almost painful. Not a thing breathes, the water is still. Let's just keep moving, I say. There is nothing. I assume the fear has stolen her breath, so I turn back to check her on her. There is only darkness behind me. I think my ass playing the tricks on me. I swipe my hands out, expecting to hit the solidness of her. But the air is empty, save for the heavy, insufferable heat. Theodosia, I call almost sternly. Don't wander off. A long beat of drum answers me, closer to this time. I nearly jump out of my skin. I whirl. At this time I see a shadow figure darting ahead of me. It's too quick to be Theo, and from I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online this time, and I am still at the city of Leyawiin. I'm little bit searching and exploring these buildings. Theo whispers boom, Fear sits in my blood to flame. Another trumpet bounds through black mass and I begin to run. I don't know where I'm running. All I know is that I must flee. I'm forced to french free of mud with every step. My lungs soak down thick air, sweat races down my back. Boom. The drum is closer now, just over my shoulder, but I can't stop running to check. I won't. I must keep going. I must. The ground rushes up to meet me. Watered water stays up all around me as I sprawl in the swamp and begging to sink. Water is still my arse, but I can still hear the thunder sound of the drum. Boom. I struggled with myself. Weed and muck squeezed through my fingers. I raised my head above the surface and I look across me. Something picks its head up in tandem. It might be the Theo, but the face is wrong. It's the right size, but the eyes glitter like rubies and moonlight shines on the scales. I realize I'm staring in the face of giant snake. Boom. Snake opens its jaws wide, gapping fat horns voice stares back at me. Boom. It isn't open me. Boom. Okay, it was kind of horror book. And okay, I think we have, this is like a shop. So now we have seen shop and previously bank. And there seems to be some kind of special event going. Event where you can get more experience. And I think there was even gold pieces. What is here? Okay, start. Okay, this must be the one.
Next time I'm in the field, I think I'll bring a great warhammer. Or two. Welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild?
Okay, this was the one who will talk about guilds.
The Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk for a moment? Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you? Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian who sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights.
Hard fights. Looks like I need more level 4. Might be something like bar rats.
Yes, good question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know, you might be the next Yofnir.
What happened to the old guildmaster?
Guildmaster Yofnir passed away recently, very suddenly. I always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand, but he passed away in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader. No, we only draw blades in service to the guild. We're technically neutral in the war between the three alliances. We love the Eagle Banner and Her Majesty, of course, but every race, every creed belongs under the guild hall's roof.
Where I ask this, okay. I think I'm already have joined Magus Guild, so this will be the second.
Let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra.
Nice. I have just started and they expect me to fight right away with Rider. This sounds like new question. Or okay,
No.
yeah,
We only
it
draw
is.
blades in service to the guild. We're technically neutral in the war between the three alliances. We love the Eagle Banner and Her Majesty, of course. But every race, every creed belongs under the guild hall's roof.
Yeah, okay, it was same. And it seems that we actually didn't get any quest. And I think if I look up a bar, there is black arrow which usually points to the next. Okay, here are different working stations. I just check if I can do anything at the moment. Woodworking refinement. The packing crafting woodworkers must refine raw materials, collect 10 raw materials such as rough maple, select them and press X to assign them to refinement slot. Press square to refine and press triangle to clear your selection. I'll check for moment. Let's check quest. I remember that in PC it was so. Okay, I check this so how was it? Journal. Okay, there are quests. Okay, let's check this one. Deadly Secret. Captain Ryan, Lord Commodore Leyawiin, Riverbacks needs help investigating the disappearance of City Councillor. I just... Relics and Ramblings. Anasha Leovic asked me to help her recover relics that belong to the Minotaur Hunter. Okay, this seems to be more like sub-quest. I remember when I played with PC version, I really had main quests. I have done in the first one intro when I started, I actually did kind of tutorial quest. But I see that here I have these are kind of ordinary quest what I have here. I'll check if I have anything else. Antique these. Okay, not here. Of course, then are lore libraries. But okay, in PC version I really remember that when I was in Daggerfall, there were really main ones also. Okay, it seems that I have so far collected two kind of side quests. Okay, this was woodworking and this okay woodworking, but I don't seem to have any food at the moment. Okay, here we are alchemist station. Let's check if I had any alchemist materials. Select solvent and 2 different reagents to craft potions. Press square to craft, triangle to clear. Creation. Okay, I have something at least. Okay, let's try. Add. Okay, I have only these. But all goes to the first one. Okay, I don't have enough. What about formula? And okay, very beginning. So what about 10? Okay, selling point. Jewelry box. What about this? Okay, enchanting table. Creation. Enchanting creation. Add one rune of each type. And okay, I don't. I wonder if I put anything to the bank, but okay, no, nothing here. What about here? Okay, this is to create clothing. But maybe I do not want to do specials. Okay, this seems to be a lot of different stations. Okay, I need 10 of these before I can create one. But I can try to reconstruct. And okay, let's deconstruct this. But do I have it at the moment? I check one thing before to be sure. Oh, I only have one rawhide armor corpse. Okay, first a event. Can I improve anything? Research. Aha, there is a jewelry also. You must... Okay, to use jewelry, you need to have Somerset Isles expansion.
You're familiar with the War of the Singers, yes? I fold that tale into the metal of every blade I make. What story will your hammer tell?
Guys, it seems that here are a lot of craft station in this part of the city. Ah, here is someone. Killed Herald Amside. Okay, this was one of those.
Have you seen the note? If you seek companions for your adventuring, look no further. This one can help with that.
Okay, this one of those quests.
Ah, of course. These listings are where other adventurers, much like yourself, can declare their interests. Those of a similar proclivity can join up together and form guilds. Take a look. This one is sure a group suited to your needs awaits you.
So this, okay, you can try to search for guild members, depending. The guild menu is unlocked when you reach level 10, allowing you to create and manage your guild. Okay, it seems that you need to have a level 10 before you can create your own guild. Use the guild finder to find and apply to guilds that best matches your playing style. And also you can try to look for guilds. To level up, when you have gathered enough experience points, then you can go to the character, and usually when you press up arrow, here is some kind of title like level up, or was it advanced, something like that, and by pressing it you can do level up. Here it seems that if I get level 5 I will get 2 attribute points, 2 skill points. Sometimes you get special items. For example, if I get level 5 I will get health rings, and there is a resale skill line also as level gift. What is this place?
This book? Ah, just an old list of grudges. What can I say? I'm sentimental. You want something?
Okay, I think kill store. I wonder if it's more when you are part of the guild.
Don't forget to take care of those feet. Blackwood's murder on the boots. Just a little advice, one adventurer to another. Now, business.
Okay, it seems that kill store sections is in this part of the town. I remember that Daggerfall. There were also guild cellars.
Feast your eyes upon these, the rarest treasures of Blackwood. Truly, they belong in a fine, well-furnished shop. As do...
Does this go somewhere special? Okay, this goes outside. Docks. I think I haven't been in the docks part. I still explore a little bit. Okay, there is house. What about here?
Can you believe that some Nibbanese make a hobby out of arranging marriages? You heard me correctly. A hobby, not a paid profession. The only thing worse is planning weddings. Who would volunteer for that?
There is kind of manor.
Sometimes Desiri catches bits of dead people. This one is not thrilled with such results.
This looks like fishing place. Might be if you have fishing stick or something, you probably can fish. Maybe I check the docks just to see what is there. I think maybe I go to explore nature and there is probably possibility to go other places.
And who might you be? This vessel's been hired for a private affair. Not going to happen. The Calamity has been hired out for a very exclusive engagement. And I can tell just looking at you that you are not even in the same class as the passengers I'm expecting. So get lost.
Seems that I need to level up before. Okay, here is clear fishing possibility. Saltwater fishing hole. Fish. Okay. Okay, I have one bait. Just this is again. Okay, not like this. Okay, actually that boat was going to West. I still need to. This is again with this quick slot system. I try once more. Okay, now it's selected. I need to check. X is usually interact. Okay. Okay. First you press X when you have chosen your bait. Usually, I remember in Final Fantasy and 4. Okay, this is the right moment. Minnow lake bait. So by pressing X, when you have selected bait, by pressing X, you can start the fishing. Yes. I just check is there any possibility to get the fishing level. Now there is really one thing with control. It starts to rumble when fish eats. You feel little rumble in the control. Doofish, common fish found in salt water. I try a couple of times just to check if you get any fishing level. Okay, seems to... Okay. Okay. Okay, that was my last page. But good to know. Here is at least one fishing location. I remember that in 4 you couldn't fish every place. There were special high level places what required more levels to fish. So, okay. Time to start learning to fight. Okay, it seems that it didn't have anything. Maybe I first explore a little bit around the city. Collecting butterflies. Ah, wing and okay, we can use these for fishing.
I can't believe this. Is it really you?
Who is talking? The voice was so near. Okay, Runestone. It's funny, so many pieces in one of these. I remember that usually in PC version it was good if I found 1, 2 or 3. But there was actually 6 parts in that one. Okay, butterfly. There seems to be some kind of island. Okay, some kind of cottage. Or Leyawiin's house. Greens. Okay, let's take current room. Ingredient for crafting Runestone. Maybe if I got too many items, I store them to the bank. Seems good place to find food ingredients. Moonstone, kite style. Okay, seems that there was a little bit food items. This book is again glowing. Let's look. You're looking for Emperor Varen. Okay, it was this glowing blue is for lore books. You're looking for Emperor Varen. Pilot Abnur Tarn, Chancellor of Elder Council. I remember Abnur Tarn main quest especially in Daggerfall. Emperor Warden, how briefly you place across our sky, like sky metal shard shining out to light our way through the darkness. Noble Warden, devout Warden, Warden Equilius, son of a Colovian Duke, paragon of physics prowess, Wilfox of strategic cunning, you sought to restore our empire to the glory of the days of Reman. You showed us the way. If only we, your subjects, had been worthy of the challenge you presented us. And Leovic sat upon the throne, he urged your fellow Colovians to be loyal to the Emperor. Despite his eccentricities, it was only when Leovic, misled by wicked counselors, declared worships of direct princes, legal and protected in the empire, that you cried, enough, and took your righteous word, and the Colovian drones behind you, an initial defeat at the hands of the Emperor's troop at Fort Ash. You took the command of the Legion of Coral and sent Leovic reeling back into the heartland. Word spread that Gidoril has savior, and that Reman's true heir had come at last. The Colovian estate rose as under your dragon banner, and eastward you marched. The war that followed was bitter and terrible, replete with stunning victories, desperate gambits and rebels on both sides. The might of the Imperial legions, boasted by Richman auxiliaries and relic magic, were almost impossible to overcome. But you, Warren, had the might of right on your side. Finally you fought your way to the Imperial Palace and got down Leovic in the Imperial throne room. But alas, our Emperor Warren, you wore the amulet of kings, were all too short a time. It is said that your ambitions for restoring your people to greatness led you to plumb secrets of the divines best left untouched. Why did you leave us, O Warren, on that night of storms and trembling terrain, and where did you go? Sure you are dead, for you wouldn't leave your people so perfect if you lived. We remember you, Emperor Warren, and somehow strive to go on, trying to live up to your shining example, but we know we shall never see your like again. Okay, so blue books being lore books. There is something. Who is this? Okay, someone or not. Oh, frog. I just check if there is Pirates of Topalpe. Ah, there is a book. Pirates of Topalpe. All the doubles I found waiting for me I retired for Leyawiin some months ago. Piracy immersive as most maddening persons. I think I have already read this book, so I just go little by little. Few pages. Well, always. I try my luck. And You can feel the little rumble which gets stronger and stronger. And then, okay, Langling, a common fish found in salt water. I take couple. I think I only have couple paid, so I only fish 1-2 times still. And okay, this seems to be longfin place. None, okay. What do we have? Oh, we have. I try this one. We have 1 page still. And if I remember butterflies, we use butterflies as a bait. And little rumble. Yeah, okay. It seems that this is kind of longfin place. And what do we have here? Okay, page. And runestones. Blackwood Foreign Adventures Part 1. By me, C. Squire and personalized to Guess Who the Blackfin. I started as a simple car in service to the mighty Guess Who's the Blackfin. In Saxius town, roughly translates as apprentice, but it doesn't necessarily carry the responsibilities and obligations that such position among the dudes or darkers does. Later, as Guess Who began to adopt some of the customs of our allies, I was named as Squire to Blackfin. When Brickreal Redicey Legion, I also inherited the duty of recording significant events as they happened in the life of mighty Guess Who. Now I understand this wasn't a special duty related to my role as Car. This was an obligation passed to me on by Beric Heel herself without the express knowledge of Guess Who, and it was an obligation I really accepted. So where to begin? I think I'll start with the day the alliance began to take shape. The three nations, well, I find it difficult to actually refer to our people as a nation, but the reference makes the Nords and Dark Elves more comfortable. So there you have it. Had met on the field of battle and more come together to finally defeat the Akaviri invaders. After Akaviri finished sacking Windhelm, it turns out its ascension to the south and east had been keen to march against Morrowind. As the Akaviri invasion force got back toward Mournhold, the Dark Elf army led by Almalexia of Tribunal established a progress. Jorun and the Nords, meanwhile, rallied their own forces and followed the Akaviri catching from the behind. The Akaviri caught between the two powerful armies, nevertheless was able to withstand the prolonged attacks. They may even have able to eventually win the day, but that might just be the speculation. On my part, in any case, they never had the chance to try. Guess Who's phalanx of Saxius Leovic and Swamp Warriors hit the Akaviri from the south, providing the last element needed to end this period of invasion. Our troops ceased from fighting the Darkest Leyawiin in Black Mars were the final ingredient required to overwhelm the invaders, and we failed to open them with wild abandon. Guess Who wanted to help her friend Jorun, but she also had an ulterior motive for marching our legion out of the swamp into the heart of Morrowind. She wanted the other nation to recognize the value and veracity of the Saxiel, the Argonians. We were more than primitive savages. We were more than slaves. We were the equals of the others, and we were here to save them from allied invaders. I won't say that victory was totally due to the intervention of Guess Who's legion, but we certainly played our part. We fought valiantly alongside the fiercest Nords and the cunning Dark Elves, slaughtering Akaviri soldiers with every step our advance. When the fighting finally ended near the city of Ebonheart, a victory was ours. Guess Who hurried to meet with the leaders of the other two factions, as a loyal squire followed in her wake. I had never been in the presence of so many powerful and important people before. I had heard stories about Jorun, the Nordbard, but I never imagined he was really that big. And Almalexia, or Dark Elves, worshipped as a god, was cold and beautiful. For skillless elf without a tail, Jorun stepped forward and greeted Guess Who like an old friend. We owe you a great debt, Blackfin, Jorun said in his loud, booming voice. What can Dudes and the Dark Elves owe for you for your invaluable assistance this day? Guess Who was silent for a little moments, looking intently at Jorun first, and turning her attention to Almalexia. With her eyes looked up woman mother of Morrowind. She finally replied, "No more Argonian slaves. Set my people free." Almalexia and Jorun exchanged look of their own, and the large Nord's gaze never wavered. After a time, the Dark Elf's leader made a slight nod of her head and said, "A reasonable request. and one of the Dark Elves shall honor with one provision. The Argonians must join the Dark Elves and Orcs in a mutual pact of cooperation and defense. In that way, all three of our nations will remain free. Thus began a series of negotiations that lasted well into the next day and ended with the formation of the Ebon Hat Pact. Keshu agreed to keep her forces in the north to help bolster in the defense of her new allies, but not before she sent runners to Stormfall to inform our people of the news. Slavery was abolished, and the Argonians were now allied with the Nords and the Dark Elves. Since we had no government, at least not in the sense that our new allies did, Keshu determined to remain Nord and Dark Elves territory to solidify the Saxville position and make sure the various agreements were adhered to the meantime. She sent Xard back to the Black Mars to find ambassadors to serve in the capital cities of the Alliance, and that was how the Argonians joined the Ebon Heart Pact. Nice apple trees. Oh, here is something special happening.
Go and claim victory for our lord.
Okay, this is fight against Demora. I don't know if this was best thing to do at this level.
You dare challenge our Lord of Fire and Flood?
It was quite to attack. Okay. Now I know that there is a lot of fight. Yippee. Chen idol. This allows you to scry for the Chen idol antiquity. This antiquity can be found in Blackwood. Okay, this was quite a fight. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, here is something. Okay, this is glowing. The seal scroll actually contains 2 sheets of parchment. The first sheet bears the seal of Counselor Sophis and reads 2E4576. Makers employed for construction of the new vaults. Make sure they are eliminated after the work is completed. There can be no loose ends left dangling. Tharius Phenoman after Prohus Narina General Iulus Quintus Quantina Prolus. The second sheet bears the seal of Emperor Leovic and Reed's Councillors of while last wall needs to be established. Have your remaining mouths cast the necessary spells to transfer the fault to the location I have selected. You will find the information you need in the coded line below. Do not fail me. Next lines are written in Imperial code. My proficiency skills increases. It is kind of cooking skill. Oh, I got 1 level for provisioning. I think I have read this book. And this is family. Okay, minerals. Again, I seem to have full inventory full. Okay, this is Minotaur. Okay, here is baseline. Okay, now I found fun. Okay. Okay, fine. So, okay, back to the Leyawiin. We have level up. And okay, so let's do level up. So options button to level up. We go up. It was actually character, so we need to select character. And okay, it was named like level up rewards. And okay, let's choose this one. And no, one thing. My claim rewards is now grey, but this is because my inventory is full. So I need to at least destroy one item. Let's look something. Okay, let's destroy this one at least. And I take something else still. Okay, this one. And again, back to character. Level up rewards. I still need to make room. So, still. Okay, this one. This one. So now we have 4. Do we have now enough? Okay, now it can be selected. So we get 2 attribute points, 2 skill points, health rings. Equip the set item in this box to gain bonus stats. Each race has their own unique skill line full of passive abilities. Okay, let's claim them. And here is future rewards, attribute skill point, 3 Jowl gem, 1 crown experience scroll. Okay, let's continue. Now you can place your attribute points, and because I'm a Templar, I want to specialize in magic, so I will use okay, let's go back. Attribute points available. The character menu will allow you to spend available attribute points to increase your effectiveness in combat. So I want to put at least the magic. Okay, here is 1, and then 1 more. And with X I can accept these choices. Okay, 2 points to magic. Yes. Then do I have something else? Skills. I have 2 skill points. So now I can. Skill advisor says, or advise to use puncturing strikes, rush ceremony, piercing javelin. And I have different classes. I have class Ardric Spear, and if I choose Ardric Spear, there is a radial sweep. Swing your Ardric Spear around with Holy Vengeance, dealing 4077 magic damage. This was advised. Puncturing strikes cost 2700 magic, launches a relentless assault, striking enemies in front of you 4 times with your Ardric Spear. The spear deals 1484 magic damage to the closest enemy. This is one recommended. I look what else. Dawn's Frat. This is my another class. Then there is Nova. And I seem to need Dawn's Frat level needs to be 12 before I can unlock this one. Sunfire. I have already taken this one. 2105 flame damage. Solar Flare. Conjure a ball of solar energy to heave at an enemy, dealing 4266 magic damage. This is very effective. Restoring. What else there was? And these another are something that I need to level up before I can use them. This is the same. I at least need to get level 8, level 14, level 22, level 39. And there's actually only one thing what I can take from this class, puncturing strikes. And let's look restoring light. I can only select rust ceremony. Coast. Peak on your inner light, healing yourself or wounded allied, 6000 health. So this goes for healing. Restoration stuff. Grand healing. This is fun. I have already taken both of those. Medium armor. I think I currently have a heavy armor. Resolve. I can take this one, increase your physical and spell resistance by 114 for each bits of heavy armor, current bonus. Constitution increases your health recovery. Maybe I take 1.4 armor. And this goes to the passive abilities. Then there is Leger Domain. Sneak. And pickpocketing. Locksmith. This might be sometimes very nice. Soul magic. Soul trap. Okay, we are able to even do this one. But there is persuasive will. What is that one? Always should persuade NPCs in conversation. Breton skills. Opportunist. Increase your experience gain with light armor skill by 15. Increase your max magic. This actually looks nice. I get more magic. Maybe okay, take for this more magic. And maybe I go for Bankan. Okay, here are the killed banks. Aha, here is again this person.
Have you had the chance to review the guild listings, friend?
I looked through them.
Wonderful! This one hopes you found something that interests you. Too often, this harsh world becomes isolating. Finding companions can make it bearable, Here, a little something for your time.
Okay, actually, this one quest, you just look at board and then talk with person.
This one is quite pleased you stopped by, and hopes that you'll find a guild that appeals to you. Amsar wishes you many friendships and adventures in your future. The listings are a place for like-minded adventurers to come together. The world is quite vast, no? Many times it is difficult to find those with similar interests to your own. With this register, you need look no further.
Okay, here is one possibility. And then I try to remember the location of the bank. Okay, it was here.
There's an urgent task for you.
Did I just check?
Well met, comrade. I have an urgent message from the Guildmaster. Report to me at once. I have a task for you. She's a lizard of few words.
Where I can find her.
She's running things out of the guild hall in Daggerfall at the moment. The 8 guard you, comrade. No, but I have an idea. Word in the hall is that there's a big contract. A huge contract. All hands on deck. She probably wants you in the fight.
So okay, I need to go left and then left. Okay, here is the bank.
Axes and armor may earn you a fortune, but without prudent investments, you'll spend it all in a day. Place your goods and coin in our capable hands.
Then I had something in inventory. It was the box in the level up. So let's use item set health rings. Left ring of broken soul. Part of the broken soul set. Okay, there are 2 broken souls. Maximum health. Maximum health. Let's look if we... Previous was 800. And if we place this one and then right one, oh, wait just a moment. Okay, now we have both of those rings in use. So we get 1,300 when both of them are in the use. And maybe this time I take more armor. This actually gives me more experience. But maybe I try this one. This gives me a little bit more magic. But this gives me more armor. Maybe I leave it like that. I think this is good stopping for today. So we managed to at least to join Fighters Guild, and then we again leveled one more level. So at least it's now level 5, and little bit more get to know about the Leyawiin city. So I want to thank you for watching. So